Hey, it's day 6. Well done for reaching day 6. We're almost halfway through the week now, which is fantastic. We're almost over the hump day, and we're going to do cardio. Cardio is a very important thing that we do need to take mind of and make sure that we are doing. So I'm actually going to make sure that we have a dedicated cardio day in our workouts to make sure that we are training our cardiovascular system. Now, Ring Fit obviously is a home workout, so the cardio has very much been adapted to being able to do it on the spot. Now, we do have aerobic exercises within the resistance moves, the fit skills. We've also got the rhythm game, we've got the jogging mode. There's plenty of different options that we can take. Now, I'd like to take this moment to say, if you do have a more dedicated cardio option, let's say you like going for runs, you've got an indoor bike, elliptical trainer, rower, access to a swimming pool, something like that, and you would like to do that instead today, go ahead. Make sure you're doing at least 20 minutes of it, but if you do have a more dedicated proper cardio option that is alternative to Ring Fit and you would like to perform that, that can serve as a suitable replacement for our cardio days with Ring Fit. Now, if you don't have that alternate option, which if you're in a position like me, then fantastic, we've got Ring Fit and I've got options for you. Now, make sure you grab your towel, grab your water, get your shoes on, and let's go. So for level 1s, working the cardiovascular system can be lots of fun, and so moving in a variety of ways is key here. I've decided to show off a few of the more interesting aerobic movements here as well. The reps look like a lot, but overall, because they are smaller movements or they are lighter in intensity, it really isn't as bad as it looks. We'll start with good old beginner before having a dance off to the grasslands track. Make sure you have this set to arms and legs, because there is a core variant, but it's not very effective, so don't bother with it. Knee lift is our first resistance movement with a solid leg movement, so make sure you keep your upper body upright here to get some core benefits as well. Then we're going for another rhythm track, which is Athletic 1. You can swap this out for another one if you'd like, but I just keep the level to novice for now. Sidestep is our next one, involving a movement from side to side, raising our heart rate some. Then the next move we're going to do is overhead arm twist. This doesn't work any of your muscles too hard, but it is very effective as a source of active recovery, which is why it's here. We're then going to finish out with Transient Temple jogging and the overhead hip shake. Keep the body upright again and generate movement with your hips. It's a fine way to finish. Now, if you are exhausted by the time you've done overhead arm twist, you can cut it there as well. My level 2s, the style of training I'm going to emulate here today is LISS training, which is low intensity steady state. We'll be using the jogging mode to create a fun area with a few challenges to move the body, but it will be mostly, if not all, aerobic. There's a much more of an endurance base here, which is what I'm trying to bring across. These should all be okay for you to use, but if you haven't unlocked them, change it to a different area with a similar focus, like legs or stamina, etc. Starting block bridge makes a fitting start, making sure that you are fully warmed up before going through Drago Stadium 1 and General Factory. The legwork here will be light, but will break up your cardio. Disturbance Meadow then serves as a standard sort of jogging area before Sportan Bridge gets you using your chest muscles midway through. We're then going through Transient Temple and Dash Along Tower, which makes up more steady state cardio, but with a few changes like some high knees and such. Sportan Waters and Sportan Highway then serve some rowing and ab press function to get a light rotational workout for the core, and then we finish off with a light run through beginner. The intention here is to keep the heart rate steady the entire time, but also to make sure that it's not just really boring for you as well. Now, my level 3s, I'm going to blend some aerobic movements with some jogging for you today, with the intention to do interval style training from the next week onwards. But as the last 2 sessions were interval based, I didn't want to overcook your bodies. So start with the 2 jogging areas, which are Dash Along Tower and Leap of Faith Falls, to make sure we're fully warmed up and ready. Then we'll go in for some resistance movements, the knee lift combo and sidestep here. They're easy enough to play with and move in both sagittal and frontal planes, with the standing twist getting a little bit of abdominal work there whilst keeping your heart rate up. And then, for quotation marks, fun, I've opted for Dreadmill, owing to the short bursts and breaks it can give you. Do it on novice unless you really want to do some violence today. Repeat the knee lift and then go into the ring raise combo for some aerobic benefits and some different style of movements. We're then going to finish with 2 Drago levels, which is Drago Stadium 6 and Drago Stadium 7. These have more aerobic focus, but the variety within them is very high and changes from the rest of the playlist, so it will keep your body guessing as well whilst getting a cardiovascular benefit. So that's our cardio work for the day. Let me know how intense you found it or how boring you found it. I'd appreciate the feedback on this one, because there are a lot of cardio options, but they're not all equal, and obviously there is some limit to what we can do with Ring Fit, so I just want to make sure I can get things good for you. Being imaginative and being effective, there is a fine line sometimes, okay? Now, today's Fit Fact, I'm actually going to talk about incidental exercise. Have you ever heard of it? Incidental exercise is essentially exercise that you do without really thinking about it during your daily routine. So a great example is you've got the option of going up the elevator or you've got the option of going up the stairs. Which one do you do? If you go up the elevator, it might be quicker, but if you go up the stairs, it's going to burn a few extra calories. The stairs are harder work, but you do get a benefit overall. You get a raised heart rate, a little bit of cardio benefit. Those extra calories actually really add up. So if your target is weight loss, for example, it's really good to make sure that you are doing as much incidental exercise as you can. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for sticking with it. You're doing really well. Well done, guys. Tomorrow is going to be an easier day overall, so look forward to that. Make sure that you have a nice nutritious meal. Make sure you rest up properly as well. And yeah, fantastic. I'm going to see you tomorrow.